Hi kids, how are you? So today we start with history chapter 2, new kings and kingdoms. In the last chapter we have learned that from 7th century till 12th century there were many changes that took place, correct? Now we are going to learn century wise how the kings they expanded their areas, correct? So in the 7th century we started finding out new kingdoms emerging, means new kings started coming up. So which were the dynasties which emerged, or which were the big kingdoms which came into existence? Let's see. Yeah, can you see this map? Yeah, in this map you will find a different dynasties or different kingdom name which emerge or which started in 7th century. Let's see which one they were. Yeah, here are the five main kingdoms which started. One was Gurjara Patiharas, then it was Rashtrakutas, then it was Palas, then it was Cholas, and the last was Chahamanas, which is also known as Chauhans. Now I will show you these kingdom pictures, okay? Yeah, the first one. Can you see this picture? This is the which dynasty? This is the Chola dynasty, okay? This is the Chola king. This was the way he used to dress himself. These are the Chola dynasty, the Chola kingdom. Then next, if you see, this whole part was this whole orange color. This was a big kingdom known as Gurjara Patiharas. What was it known as? Gurjara Patiharas. Then, yeah, this was the Palas kingdom. Okay. Such was the scene when the Palas kings were there. This whole kingdom was known as Palas kingdom. Then there were the Rashtrakutas kingdom dynasty. Rashtrakuta dynasty. So total five were there. The last was the Chauhan, or we also known as Chahamanas destiny. That is the king Prithviraj Chauhan, his kingdom. So in future we will learn each and every story, the history of all these great kings. Clear? So these were the five main kingdoms which emerged in the 7th century. Which were they, kids? Yeah, see in the picture and read and tell me. Come on, which were the ones? Yes, it was Gurjara Pratiharas, then Rashtrakutas, Palas, Cholas, and Chauhans, or you can also name as Chahamanas. These were the five main kingdoms which emerged. Now, with the kings, what happened? As the kings emerged, these all great kings emerged, they started, there were people known as landlords. What these landlords used to do? These landlords, they used to attack other lands and capture them. They used to win the lands by fighting and defeating the opposite people. So the kings appointed them as Samantas. Samantas means the people who work for the king. What was their work? To fight with other kings and capture their land and extend and give it as a gift to the king. And in return, the king used to give them lot of wealth. Got it? So these people who used to attack other kings and capture their land, they were known as Samantas. They became the right hand of the kings because kings were very happy because their kingdom land was increasing because of the Samantas. So the Samantas also slowly they became very powerful and very wealthy. Okay, and they started people started calling, you can say people started calling them Mahasamanta, means after the king, the second person who was treated like a king was the Mahasamantas. And the king couldn't go to each and every place of the kingdom, correct? Because the kingdom was very big. So the Samantas were given different places to look after, okay? One Samanta will take care of one area, the other Samanta will take care of other area. That way the king had distributed. So all the Samantas together was known as Mahamandaleshwar. Okay, a cycle of all the, a group of all the Samantas was known as Mahamandaleshwar. This was the main right hand or the main part of the king. King was totally dependent on them. Got it? And it was the Samanta's duty to take care of their own kingdoms, which small areas which were given to them. Clear? Yeah. Then slowly what happened, Yuna? These Samantas, they started feeling very like, why should we obey king? Why can't we be the king? There were few Samantas who started thinking this way. Yeah. Then if you go to another side, there were few people from Rashtrakutas. Now kids, who are Rashtrakutas? They are again the people who fight with other people, who use weapons and all, and they win other places, correct? Other kingdoms. One of the Rashtrakutas, his name was Danti Durga. What was his name? In the, you can say, in the 8th century, middle of 8th century, there was a person, there was a Rashtrakuta named Danti Durga. Suddenly he changed himself. Suddenly something happened to him. Like after winning lots of lands by killing people and all, he felt this is not right. And he started doing pujas. He called Brahmins and he made a big yagna. Which puja he did? Hiranya Garbha. Okay, Hiranya Garbha. This is the puja which he did with the help of many Brahmins. Though he being a Rashtrakuta means like a Kshatriya who use weapons. He started doing puja. Why? Because he felt he has killed lot of people. So when he takes a rebirth, when he dies and he takes a birth again, he will be a different person. Clear? Similarly, you find one of the person, one of the Brahmins named Harichandra. He was from which destiny, which kingdom? He was from Gurjara Patihara destiny. Okay, Gurjara Patihara kingdom. From there was a person, a Brahmin named as Harichandra. He suddenly gave up all these pujas and all. He stopped doing pujas and he started attacking people, using weapons, killing people, and started annexing lands, capturing lands, winning, killing people, capturing lands, killing people, capturing lands, and he became an established king. Yeah, he was from Karnataka. He established many places. He became the king of many places in Karnataka and Rajasthan. So this is the way we found many people who were Brahmins. They became like Kshatriyas. They started using weapons, and there were people who were Kshatriyas. They started doing pujas. So you find things emerged in the 7th century onwards. Clear? Yeah. So today we have learned this much. So read the chapter this much. We'll continue tomorrow. Bye bye kids.